When we think about changing our lives, we often envision grand gestures, bold decisions, dramatic moments and sweeping transformations. But after years of working with people and observing both the successes and the struggles, I've come to realize something crucial. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. It's not the big things that make the greatest impact. No, the small things, the little habits, the everyday choices we make that often seem insignificant but compound over time. If you want to make a big change in your life, start with the small. Those small habits, often overlooked, hold the key to transformation. And let me tell you, the results of the consistent effort are extraordinary. One day you'll see that your life has changed, not because of one huge shift but because of the small consistent actions you've taken over time. Now think about this moment. What if you could change your life by adopting just 10 small habits? Doesn't sound too overwhelming, right? There are 10 simple things you can start today and things that could shape your future. The beauty of habits is that they don't require a major overhaul of your life or a stroke of luck. You can begin right now, wherever you are, with whatever you have. So what are these small habits? What are the things that, if you make them part of your daily routine, will change your life forever? Let's explore. Make sure to take note. 1. Reading. Now you might be thinking, Jim, I don't have time to sit down with a book every day. But listen, reading is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. And I'm not just talking about any kind of reading, I'm talking about purposeful reading. Reading something that stretches your mind, that opens up new possibilities and introduces you to fresh ideas. What you feed your mind is just as important as what you feed your body. Reading isn't just a pastime, it's a gateway. It opens doors to new thoughts, new perspectives and new opportunities. By making reading a daily habit, you're feeding your mind with knowledge, wisdom and perspective. Most people want success, but they're not feeding their minds with what it takes to get there. Success requires a sharp mind, a mind that's constantly learning, growing and stretching, and the easiest way to feed your mind is through reading. Think about it. Every time you pick up a book, you're holding someone else's life work, their thoughts, their experiences and their wisdom. Instead of waiting years to learn something the hard way, you can absorb a lifetime of lessons in just a few hours. I'm not saying you need to read for hours each day. Even just 10 or 15 minutes of focused reading each day adds up. Knowledge compounds just like interest in a bank account, and it's this compounded knowledge that changes your life. It alters how you see the world, how you solve problems and how you approach challenges. But here's the key: be selective about what you read. Not every book is worth your time. Don't waste precious moments on gossip or fluff. Choose books that challenge you, expand your mind and align with where you want to go in life. Remember, where you want to go depends on what you're feeding your mind today. 2. Journaling. What do 99% of successful people have in common? They keep a journal and they use it every day. Journaling doesn't get enough credit. There's something almost magical about writing things down, especially your thoughts, goals and dreams. When you put your ideas on paper, they become more real. They're no longer just swirling around in your head, causing confusion or anxiety. Now they're tangible. It gives you a sense of control. You can see the problem or the idea for what it is, and once you see it, you can begin to figure out how to solve it or make it happen. Writing things down is like giving your mind a breath of fresh air. What happens when you don't keep a journal? Everything stays cluttered in your mind. You walk around with a million thoughts, worries and plans floating around, and it's exhausting. Your brain can't hold on to everything, but when you sit down with a pen and paper, you unload all that mental clutter. It's like cleaning out a messy room. Suddenly everything feels more organized. You can think more clearly, plan more effectively and focus on what matters. It doesn't take long either. Just a few minutes of journaling each day can make a huge difference. And here's something else about journaling: it helps you track your progress. Life moves fast and it's easy to forget how far you've come or how much you've already accomplished. But when journaling becomes a habit, you create a record of your journey. You look back at your old entries and realize how much you've grown, how many challenges you've overcome and how many of your dreams you've already achieved. That's powerful. So start small. Set aside 5 or 10 minutes each day to write. It doesn't need to be perfect or profound. Just let your thoughts flow. Over time you'll start to see the difference in your clarity, focus and personal growth. 3. Set your goals. Next, you have to set your goals. This is where the rubber meets the road. I always say, if you don't set goals, you're like a ship without a sail. You might be moving, but your drifting, going wherever the wind takes you, and that's no way to live. Goals give you direction, they give you something to aim for, something to strive toward, and when you have a clear target, every action, every decision and every choice you make moves you closer to where you want to go. Here's the thing, most people think setting goals is something you do once a year, maybe on New Year's Eve, but goal setting is something you should be doing every single day. When you wake up in the morning, ask yourself, what do I want to accomplish today? What's one thing, just one, that if I achieved it today would make a difference in my life? Write it down. That's your target. Now your mind has a job to do, and believe me, your mind loves having a job. It will go to work figuring out how to achieve that goal, but your goals must be specific. Vague goals lead to vague results. You can't just say I want to be successful or I want to get fit, but what does success look like? What does fitness mean to you? The more specific you are, the more focused your actions will be. Break your big goals down into smaller actionable steps and tackle them one by one. When you make this a daily habit, setting small clear goals each day, you'll be amazed at how much progress you make over time, and before you know it, those small daily wins will add up to massive achievements. Feed your body. Next, you've got to feed your body. Your mind won't work at its best if your body isn't in good shape. Exercise is one of those habits people either love or avoid, but let me tell you, it's one of the most important habits you can develop, and it's not just about physical fitness. Yes, exercise keeps your body healthy, but more than that, it sharpens your mind. It boosts both your energy, focus and mood. When you move your body, you're sending a message to yourself: I'm alive, I'm capable, I'm strong. That mindset carries over into every other area of your life. There's a direct connection between how you feel physically and how you perform mentally. When you're in good shape, when your body is strong, your mind is sharp, you handle stress better, think more clearly, and have the energy to tackle the challenges that come your way. That's why make exercise a habit is so crucial, and I'm not talking about spending hours in the gym or doing a grueling workout routine. It doesn't have to be complicated. A 20-minute walk, some light stretching, a bit of strength training, whatever works for you. The key is consistency. It's better to do a little bit every day than to push yourself too hard once a week and burn out. Here's another thing about exercise: it's a great metaphor for life. When you push through the discomfort, when you keep going even when it's tough, you build resilience. You train yourself to keep going, to not give up, and that's a lesson you can apply to anything you want to achieve. So make exercise a daily habit. Move your body every day in whatever way feels good to you. Not only will you feel better physically, but you'll also find you have more mental clarity, more focus and more drive to go after your goals. 5. Gratitude. Gratitude is one of those habits that gets overlooked because it seems too simple, but let me tell you, gratitude is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. You see, what you focus on expands. If you focus on what's wrong, what's missing, or what you don't have, guess what? You'll get more of that. But if you focus on what's good, what's working, and what you do have, you'll start to notice more and more things to be grateful for. That shift in perspective can change your entire life. Gratitude isn't just about feeling good. It's about training your mind to see the positive in every situation. When you make it a habit to focus on the good, you attract more good into your life. It's like a magnet. Gratitude changes your energy. Instead of walking around frustrated or feeling like something is lacking, you start to feel abundant, fulfilled in content, and when you're in that state of mind, you're more open to opportunities, new ideas, and the possibilities that life has to offer. So how do you make gratitude a habit? It's simple. Every day take a few moments to reflect on what you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be anything huge. Maybe it's the fact that you woke up this morning, a kind word from a friend, the sunshine, or the roof over your head. Whatever it is, take a moment to appreciate it. Write it down if you can. Over time, you'll start to notice a shift in your mindset, and you'll see more and more things to be grateful for. Your life will feel richer, more abundant, and more joyful. 6. Music. Rest. Most of us wake up in the morning and don't stop until we're walking to our bed like zombies. Rest is one of those habits that's undervalued in our fast-paced world. We're always on the go, always striving for the next goal, the next achievement. But here's the truth: without rest, without recovery, you'll burn out. Your mind and body need time to recharge, process and heal. When you push yourself too hard and neglect rest, you're not doing yourself any favors. You're limiting your potential. Rest isn't just about sleep. sleep. Though sleep is incredibly important, rest is about giving yourself time to step away from the noise, the stress and the constant demands of life. It's about allowing your mind to wander, to dream and to relax. Ever notice how your best ideas come to you when you're not trying to think of anything? Maybe you're in the shower, out on a walk or sitting quietly. That's because your mind needs space. It needs stillness to connect the dots, solve problems and spark creativity. We live in a culture that glorifies the hustle. Everyone's talking about grinding, working 24/7 and staying busy, but let me tell you something, it's not about how hard you work, it's about how smart you work. And part of working smart is knowing when to step back, when to rest and when to recharge. Your brain is a powerful tool, but it needs downtime to function at its best. So make it a habit to prioritize rest, whether it's taking a short break during the day, scheduling time for relaxation or getting enough sleep at night. Rest will improve your productivity and overall quality of life. Rest isn't just about sitting still, it's about giving your mind and body a chance to recover. Maybe for you rest looks like meditation, a quiet walk in nature, spending time with loved ones or engaging in a hobby that brings you joy. Whatever it is, make sure you're building moments of rest into your daily routine. And here's the beautiful thing, when you rest you come back stronger, your mind is sharper, your energy is higher and you're more creative. Don't buy into the myth that rest is a luxury or a sign of weakness. Rest is a necessity. It's one of the most powerful tools you have for achieving your goals. 7. Giving. This was a hard habit for me to learn. I always wanted to give, but I used to think I couldn't afford it. The next habit is giving, and let me tell you, this one can change not only your life but the lives of the people around you. There's an old saying, the more you give the more you receive, and it's true, but not in the way most people think. Giving isn't just about material things, it's about giving your time, your attention, your energy, your kindness. When you make it a habit to give to others, you open up a flow of abundance in your own life. It's almost like a law of nature. The more you put out into the world, the more that comes back to you. But here's the key: give without expecting anything in return. When you give from a place of genuine generosity without looking for reward, you create a sense of fulfillment that can't be matched by anything else. And here's what I've learned over the years: the people who give are the ones who seem to have the most. They have an abundance of love, of joy, of success. It's not just about giving money, although that's one way to contribute. It's about giving of yourself, your talents, your time. Maybe it's mentoring someone, volunteering, or simply being there for a friend who needs you. Don't forget, giving also includes giving to yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup, so make sure you're taking care of your own needs, filling yourself up so you have even more to give to others. As you make giving a habit, you'll start to notice something amazing. The more you give, the more opportunities come your way. It's almost as if the universe recognizes that you're creating value and it wants to reward you for it. So make it a daily practice to ask yourself, how can I give today? How can I make a positive difference in someone's life? And watch how your own life begins to flourish in return. 8. Listening. You've got to start listening. Listening is another one of those habits that has the power to transform not just your life but your relationships as well. Most people think they're good listeners, but in reality they're just waiting for their turn to speak. Truly listening is a skill, and it's a habit that can change your interactions with everyone around you. When you listen, you show respect, you show that you value the other person's thoughts, opinions and feelings, and that kind of respect builds trust, strengthens relationships and opens doors. But here's the thing, listening is more than just hearing the words someone is saying. It's about understanding. It's about being fully present in the moment. When someone is talking to you, don't just nod your head and think about what you're going to say next. Stop, listen, pay attention to their body language, their tone of voice and the emotions behind their words. When you do, you'll find that people open up to you more, they trust you more, they value your opinion more. That's because you've given them the gift of your full attention, and in today's distracted world, that's a rare and precious gift. Here's the beautiful part: listening is not just about the other person. When you make listening a habit, you become wiser, you learn more, you understand people and situations on a deeper level, and that understanding is powerful. It helps you make better decisions, solve problems more effectively, and connect with people in a meaningful way. So start practicing the habit of listening today. It doesn't take much, just a little more focus and a little more intention. The benefits you'll reap both personally and professionally will will be immense. 9. Patience. Next, learn to be patient. Patience is one of those things we all know we need but rarely practice. We live in a world of instant gratification. We want everything now: success, results, recognition. But here's the truth: anything worth having takes time, it takes effort, it takes patience. And if you can cultivate the habit of patience, you'll find that life becomes a lot less stressful and a lot more enjoyable. Most people give up too soon. They quit before they see the fruits of their labor. But the people who succeed are the ones who are willing to wait. They're the ones who understand that the best things in life don't happen overnight. Patience doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means taking consistent action day in and day out while trusting that the results will come in time. It's about believing in the process even when you don't see immediate progress. Think about a seed you planted in the ground. You water it, you care for it, but for a while it looks like nothing is happening, no visible growth. But under the surface that seed is starting to sprout, developing roots, preparing for the moment when it will burst through their soil and grow into something beautiful. That's how success works. The roots of your efforts are growing even when you can't see them yet. So how do you develop the habit of patience? Start by shifting your mindset. Instead of expecting instant results, focus on the long game. Remind yourself that great things take time. The work you're putting in now will pay off in the future, and in the meantime find joy in the process. Celebrate the small wins along the way. Trust that with patience and persistence you will achieve your goals. Patience, my friends, is a superpower. When you master it, you master the art of staying calm, focused and committed no matter how long the journey takes. 10. Surround yourself with the right people. Lastly, you have to make sure you're spending time with the right people. This is one of the most important habits you can cultivate. You've heard me say it before: you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Your environment shapes you. It influences your thoughts, your actions and your beliefs. If you surround yourself with negative, small-minded people, it's going to be incredibly difficult to rise above that. But if you surround yourself with positive, ambitious, growth-oriented people, their energy will lift you up. It will push you to be better, to do more and to reach higher. Now I know this isn't always easy. Sometimes the people in our lives, the ones we've known for years, aren't the best influences, but you have to make a choice. If you want to change your life, you have to be willing to change your environment. That means being intentional about who you spend your time with. Seek out people who inspire you, who challenge you, who believe in you, people who are on the same path of growth and self-improvement. These are the people who will help you reach your goals, encourage you when times get tough, and celebrate your successes with you. Here's the thing: this isn't just about what others can do for you, it's also about what you bring to the table. Be the kind of person who lifts others. Be the kind of friend, colleague or mentor who inspires others to be their best. When you surround yourself with the right people and bring your best self to the group, magic happens, ideas flow, opportunities arise and everyone grows together. Take a look at your circle. Are the people around you helping you become the person you want to be? If not, it might be time to make some changes, because your environment will either lift you or pull you down, and you have the power to choose which one it will be in the end. It's the little things that make the biggest difference. The small, seemingly insignificant habits that we practice every day are the ones that compound and transform our lives. Success isn't built in a single moment or grand decision. It's built in the small, consistent actions we take every day. If you want to change your life, start with the small. Start with reading, journaling, setting goals and listening. Start with gratitude, patience and giving. Surround yourself with the right people and take care of your mind and body. These habits, simple as they may seem, are the foundation of extraordinary growth. The journey might not always be easy, but remember, the small steps you take today will lead to the big changes you want tomorrow. Keep your focus on progress, not perfection. Commit to these habits, and before you know it, your life will look completely different. It may not happen overnight, but the key is consistency, patience and a belief that the small things you do today will lead to a life beyond what you could ever imagine. So take the first step today. Start small and let these habits guide you toward a life of fulfillment, success and purpose. Your future is built on the choices you make right now.